We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I mean, better one of us than none of us, right? Right? I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It You know, while we're in here, we should probably fix these moth antennae. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, well, let's fix these moth antennae. Antennae? Moth antennae? Do 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 do. I'm currently waiting for my my chest tracker to charge up, so we're not quite as jiggly. Oh, this is interesting. We really have a bobblehead here. The joys of not having a neck. Hey, while we're in here, we can finally export the mug. That would not be a terrible idea. But first, maybe we slim down this chunky antennae. Make him a little wispier. Actually, hey, we have the technology. Where are we? Here we go. Doom, doom. There we go. Now we can see exactly what's wrong with them. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, they're just a little too much. Okay, shapes. Did we delete the history on all of this? Oops. Ah, that's a Unity command. Focus. What is focus? Is it just F? Frame? Frame in hierarchy. There we go. Antenna. Moth antenna. Antenna group. And post. Yeah, antenna. Antenna post. Antenna post. I guess that makes sense. And. and. Okay, so we have the two groups, obviously. And did we get rid of all the construction? If not, we really should have. We didn't. Ugh. I'm surprised we don't have more issues with these. Okay. You know? Yeah. We're going to fix this and we're going to rig it. Okay, I think we need to get rid of the ones at the very beginning here. I'm looking at you. Because they kind of jut into our head a little much. So the posts for sure. You know what? Let's look up TV aerials. Oh, hey, this is gonna dock me in a hurry. There we go. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's cancel that. Let's just do this. iStock photo. Okay. Thank you, snipping tool. Thank you, snipping tool. All right. So I want to have both moth antenna and a TV aerial. Kind of brought to you by the antenna loops. I figured, you know what? We're in here. We might as well just fix it. Okay, so we have. Oh, okay. So do we want this? Do we want this little bit right here? I don't know where it would go though. It'd have to be like really tiny up front. I think we need a different post. And then we can have this. Oh, hello. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Suba. A Wisco fact. Uh-oh, I gotta reach for the book. Gotta reach for the book. Posture check, yeah, definitely. Oh, we have a very stiff spine right now because I'm charging up the phone that powers my chest. That sounds interesting on all sorts of accounts. It really does. Well, then I gotta move my other notebooks while I'm looking here. How is the music volume? When I test it, it sounds fine. And when I play back the VOD, it sounds way too quiet. Yeah, I just can't win. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is there any news right now? No, I can't think of any news comes to mind. Bum 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 bum. No, we did famous movie people. Ooh. Smiley face killer. That's not a fun one. Rusty has surprisingly humanoid proportions. You know what? I did find my color reference and a very basic pose. I'll post it in the Discord. I don't think I've actually posted in the Discord. Okay, we don't want... That is not fun facts. Oh, geez. Well, you know, since I guess I'm in this this fun part, let's do in the fun facts. Yes, the fun facts chapter of the Handy Wisconsin Answer Book. Apparently, I'm on the serial killer part, so that's fun. Yes, we had a few. We have Jeffrey Dahmer. We have was Ed Gein? Ed Gein, another rumored to have inspired Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Fun. Oh yes, Jeffrey Dahmer. That was our official state cannibal back in the 90s. But more recently, for popular killers anyways, we had the Netflix documentary Making a Murderer of what's his name? Avery Stephen Avery. Yeah, not a great guy, but they gave him a whole Netflix documentary. I did not watch it, but I grew up hearing about it, so no thank you. Next Wisco fact, we'll have something a little bit more lighthearted. I guess every state has its issues, huh? Bird deterrent zip ties. Keeping birds off TV aerials. You know, zip ties are usually made, and you see that. Zip ties make sense, kind of. Birds aren't going to want to sit on them. But they are usually not made of UV resistant plastic. So they'll just kind of decay, crumble, and float away. If it was indoors, that'd be a different story. UV stable, that's the term I was looking for. UV stable plastic. Maybe there's outdoor zip ties. I don't think we have room for this goofy back and forth thing. Which definitely makes sense. It's a deflector for moving the signal. But I like this. Oh, can't see that. I like this support right here. Or this. Can we zoom? Can we zoom in? There we go. Oh, no. Oh, it's a snipping tool. I forgot it's the snipping tool. Here, nope. This one? Nope. You can tell how often I use the snipping tool for marking up. Never. Okay. So we'll have these. I don't think we'll put this one on. But I like this connector more than my current connector. So go something like that. But yes, I will get you the color reference so you don't have to try and screen grab and ink drop it from from here. Okay, so first of all, this cylinder is a bit much. Did I really not? No, I didn't. Probably because I was experimenting, so I didn't properly finalize this. It would have been to. It's called delete history, basically. So the 3D data isn't carrying all this extra baggage with it. Okay, radius. There we go, radius. Let's. How do we slide? Oh man, I forgot how we slide. Slide. Get radio antenna. Yeah, this was going to be Moth. Well, here we go. I have it here just to show how much I'm not happy with it. But I was going to work on something else, but this will be a nice warm up. It's been a minute since I've been in Maya. Okay, we're at -13. But what are we at for? Is it the whole group? The whole group is at -26. So to make this easier on myself, -27. We'll write that down. Do that. And -13. Oh, interesting that it wasn't. Oh, okay. I see what I did there. Interesting. I really did just place these by looks. I just place these by looks. So we're gonna go up a little bit. This makes it a little bit trickier. This does make it a little bit trickier. Oh no. Okay. Scale Y. Let's do 1. Nope. Let's not do 1. Let's do 0.5. We're gonna make it nice and thin. Ooh. That might actually work. We're sticking with our low polygon aesthetic still too. So I'm not gonna make it all nice and roundy, but I do want to get that hoop. Do I want to bother with it? You know what? I might as well just bother with a torus. Let's go find our torus. Or Sagittarius, or yes. Okay. That is a way too dense of a donut. Let's make it like a 3 section radius. No, that's fine. But we need, how many do we have here? 6. Bump. And that should be good. I'm going to cut it in half. Or, yes, I'm going to cut it in half. This probably would have been easier just to model a... Model a pipe and extrude it. That's okay. This is all for the funds. Don't. Get back here. I want that piece. I'm going to go Control Delete, which leaves us with a little handle. And it even put an end cap on one? Well, that's nice. Get over here. Get over here. Fill, 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 fill. Fill? Not make hole. Fill hole. Where's? Ta-da. Oh, it didn't do it. Of course it didn't do it. We are gonna try something different because I don't want to mess up my geometry even more than I have to. So we're gonna make a tube instead. We're gonna do the same thing we just did in a slightly different manner. So we have a cylinder. We're gonna make it a little small. 0.5 radius to match. I like staying with this whole thing. The robot look, the technical type look. I like staying at certain intervals to kind of give it that technical boxy aesthetic kind of dealio. I should probably mute that. There we go. Subdivisions on height. I want 3. Done. Yep. 3. Subdivisions access. Not that many. 6. And subdivisions in the caps. 0, because I'm a heathen. And I'm okay with... I'm okay with... N-guns. Okay, where's our... Here we go. Let's make this nice and easy now. Go select those, not those, not those, not those, those. Stretch that out a little bit. Stretch that out a little bit. Probably that too, I suppose. Take these. Nope, not quite like that though. It's funny when we go through an awful lot of work for a simple, almost a gag, basically. It's kind of funny. Especially since I'm eyeballing most of this. And actually we want to be about 45 degrees. Shoot. Make this just a little bit more. All right. And then, oh, I do want to stretch this out a little bit more. That should be plenty. I'll probably have to scale the whole thing up too, now that I'm looking at it. Probably have to scale the whole thing up, but that's okay. The little things. It's the little things. Also, I can add this handle to here. And what are we rotated at? What are we rotated at? I'm definitely one of those oddballs that I rotate. I rotate my head when looking at things that are rotated on the screen. Well, enjoy your morning stuff. Hope the rest of your day goes well as well. Okay, antenna group 2, you are in the way. There we go. But yes, if I'm not here, we'll be here for another hour and a half or so. So either way, you have yourself a lovely day. And I will try to get this quick thing done in a quick manner. I kind of doubt that I will, but that's okay. That is okay. Do, 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 do. Point 5. We really don't need that many ligands. So we're gonna make another one. I guess this is what we're doing tonight. And that is okay. And that is okay. Let's see, radius, we'll make this another 0.5. Height. 4? Subdivisions, no. Subdivision caps, no. All right. Little post. Speaking of post, we can always fix it in post, as they say. Just get back here, get back here. I should definitely be doing proper bevels and everything too. To join everything together. What did our source image look like again? Oh no, I think I closed it out. I think I closed it out. Oh, almost perfect. Almost perfect. Why are we not all... Oh, scale X. Is that this one? That is this one. We'll make that a 1. Now they can beautifully match. Oh, that actually looks kind of slick. Probably look better if I had them exactly matched. They are indeed off by 1,000th. Oops, did I just type in the same number again? I did type in the same number again. Yeah, that leads to a nice nice bevel going on right there. If I were to optimize this, I would absolutely weld them in right there. Okay, so got that. This antenna is now a disgrace compared to these others. or this cylinder, not antenna. Because it should have caps. It'd be very beautiful if it did. And we should take the time to make this look fairly decent, because we're gonna get a little silly with it. We are gonna get a little silly with it. Oh, I do slightly have this set up like the TV aerial we were looking at. It's not equal, but we do have the front ones on the other side of the post at a slight angle. Okay. The others, not so much. But yes, we are going to get silly, and then we're going to test it out. So, looking at me. Hi. Okay, so the crossbars, they actually don't look bad. I could use more of them. I think I need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But definitely needed to trim down the bulkiness of this and the main bar. I might make these just a little bit more feathery. Hey, you know what? We are charged up enough. We can get the rest of our tracking going. Where were we? Increment and save. A wonderful feature. It makes it, I don't know if you could see the, oh, no, you couldn't see the scripting status down here, down at the bottom of the screen. But it added a 0001, so you can have 1,000 iterations. I wonder what it'll do after that. I don't want to click it that many times to find out. But it could be fun. And yes, we will definitely need to optimize this before we perform the fun quirkiness. Okay, but first we definitely need to scale this even further. I'm really tempted to just start with a new pipe so I can cap the ends. Because you can't tell since they're glowing right now. Well, you can tell a little bit. Yeah, I guess you can see a little bit of the geometry. So yeah, we should cap the ends. What is... Why? It does work. Okay. So Unity's gonna bust it down to triangles anyways. Unity's gonna bust it down to triangles anyways, but yeah, there's no reason we can't make it look a little better. Okay, so it is currently too big, and we're going to fix this. We're gonna fix this, but I'm lazy. So we're gonna do it the lazy way. I give up. You know, for being as out of practice as we are, we still have a few tricks up our sleeves, don't we? Merge to center. Ta-da! And we'll do that for the back too. We didn't need to make a whole new pipe. Everything is fine. Oh, jeez. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. He says is everything is unfined. Let's go a little bit out. Like that. I know there's an easier way to do this. But is that our style? There we go. Okay. There. Not terrible. Not terrible. Better. And we're going to select all these guys. And we are going to... Oh, can we scale them individually? Or as a group? Nope. Okay. So. Because they were not instances of the same cube, sadly. They're just cubes. But we are going to make them a little bit on this and a little bit on this. I still find it funny that in true Rusty fashion, this is the warm-up for what I was going to do tonight. Okay, what do we got here? We got negative 24, and math would say, what is 23? 204. There. Yeah, math. Not even once. So, you're fine. You're fine. Kind of. I'm gonna duplicate you. And there's probably a distribution tool in here somewhere. I do not remember where it would be. And frankly, it's not that important. I was tempted to do a Dr. Seuss version where it'd be all askewed anyways. Okay. You know, it's showing a lot of these TV aerials, they're all the same length anyways. That's interesting. That is interesting. But we're gonna do a nice little distribution. Because I am going for Moth. I'm going for more of a moth. Oh, this is gonna be so much better than what we're currently dealing with here. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, except for this. We now need to connect everything. Since we mess with the scale, that got a little meshy. A little meshy. No? No? Crickets? Crickets? Okay, should we go up maybe? Yes, we should definitely go up maybe. Yep. There we go. It might make us look a little evil, but that is a crime I'm willing to commit. Just want to make sure it doesn't look too something. Too haphazard? No. Too unintentionally off. There we go. Could just mirror this one, I suppose. There. Your little airplane, a little aerial. And there we go. I would say that is a massive improvement already. Massive improvement already. Stick that into my head a little bit. For now, now we just need to readjust or save. And then we just need to readjust angles again. So we can get that authentic Moth-like look. Because there was no way I was going to be editing this with, no way I was going to be editing this at the same angles that we have here. So I wrote down -13, -27. That seems difficult. Okay, so this part's the easy part. This must have been the -13. No, this must have been the -27. And then we're going to tilt the whole assembly just a little bit. I oopsied a little. Okay, that's gonna be there. There we go. We are setting the pivot so it's in the correct spot, so it's not just all over the place. And this would have been, I should just turn on snapping and make my life so much easier. But why would I do that? Why would I make my life so much easier if I don't have to? There. That should give us a nice pivot for the group. Ah, look at that. Okay. So the antenna group itself should be, that should be the 27. That's okay. Let's tilt this to the side a little bit. And you, bam, okay. That's pretty much what we're looking for. Now we just need to scooch it down into my skull, where it belongs. I should make my eyebrows disappear for this one. I think it'd make a, maybe. New antlers, welcome in, Malform. This was an experiment. Well, what you see here, it was all an experiment based on the antennae. The antennae. I should play that old commercial. I want to, like, a moth antenna. Moth antenna. And what I have here, which was just a test really to see what it would look like, too chunky, you know, just too thick. There we go. You know, it's yeah, a little much. So I thinned it out, added a little more, and true to our clickbaity title, yes, moth fronds are more like feathers, so that's why I thinned it out a bit. And we're gonna save because I really should do this straight on. Okay, hold on. Yes, we can absolutely do this straight on, and it might actually turn out better because we are going to be adding joints. The jiggle physics. We're gonna make this. I was gonna do just like antenna whips, which I'm still going to. I have a fun idea. Would have taken. I'd be done with that idea already. For some fun, like just like combination alien TV antennas that would just whip around using spring bones. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Then I looked at this, it's like, you know, I wasn't happy with how this looked, and it shows up whenever I open up my file here, because this is us, complete with abandoned blend shapes. Look at these abandoned mouth blend shapes. Someday I'll fix them. But yes, so there's gonna be more like, yes, the moth fronds. And something easy we can do here is, oh no, not IK. Definitely not IK. Center, let's see, should each, I think each antenna can just have its own, and then it'll be part of a secondary object, because I don't want to put this directly on Rusty Skeleton, because then it has to stay there, it has to live there. So we got a front view. So if we put, let's put one here. Make sure it's in the right spot. Actually, we don't need to make sure it's in the right spot. We can just go like this. I like that. And oh my gosh, my joints are super small. Why are my joints so small? Joint. Display. Joint size. Oh, they are super small. Here, let's. There we go. A little bit more legible. Oh, we are in Maya 2016 for anyone for anyone wondering. Oh my goodness. Maya 2016. Do I eyeball this or should I snap it? I should probably snap it. The problem with snapping, it doesn't always snap nicely. That's okay. It'll get us halfway there. It'll get us halfway there. Okay, and let's go back to this one. Joint 2. Excuse me, I said joint 2. And somewhere in here. And right there. There, that should properly, well, get us partially there. Oh no. Ew. Okay. Snapping was a mistake. Snapping was a mistake. I had it lined up right off the bat too. Excuse me. Stop. Stop doing that. Stop that. Did I have a crash out already? What is going on with this? Why is this one huge? Are they really all different sizes? What? Why are they different sizes? No way. Well, I don't like that. There we go. Okay, yeah, we are going to undo whatever that was. Okay, and now we're going to have to put everything back. That's what I get for using snapping. Ew. Okay, 4.5. Wait, what? It's been a while since I've done this, but that is bizarre behavior. Okay, we're going to turn that off and start over. No huge loss, just an annoying one. And we're going to eyeball this. It will act a little funky, and that's okay. And what I mean by that is these aren't going to be all lined up nicely. If I was doing a proper rig, this would be very sloppy work. There. Yeah, this would I know. This would absolutely be considered very sloppy work, but we are not doing a proper rig. We are just having fun. We are just having some fun here. Yeah, so the sloppy work is, for instance, if I wanted to have something driven, like let's say, well, why should I say let's say? Let's just show you. Now keep in mind, my methods are old, so they will definitely not be up to whatever the current workflow is. They are many years out of date. Let's say I want to make this a tail, and I want to curl the tail. Oh, come on. How do I do this again? How do I set a driven so they all rotate at the same time? There we go. I'm not going to set the driven because that probably won't translate over to the other software anyways, but like a tail, right? Everything's going to bend. See? Look at the top corner, see? You can bend them all at once. Now the problem with this is if I wanted to set a proper like IK and stuff so that it all flexes nicely based on where you move the end point, it won't work nice because I did this at an angle, so they're probably not all in a straight line, which you would want when you're laying it out. So they might curl funny, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to save. We're going to duplicate this group again. And this will be our... We should go off the duplicated group. And I want it to flow nicely. So... And delete our history. We're going to freeze transformations. We're going to combine the mesh. Merge UV sets. Yeah, I guess. Combine skin. No skinning found to the combined mesh. Oh, they're not actually skinned. Okay, whatever. There. So now there should be one in here somewhere. Ha. Hide that one. There. Okay, we have one object. There's one object. And we are going to take this joint chain. We should rename it, but I forgot the scripting on renaming, so we're not going to bother with that. Moth joint 01. I should really do that for everything. Oh no. Here's where knowing the scripting would be really nice. Three, 4. Welcome to the fun part of being out of practice. You know what we should do? So right now we only have the fronds. Oh, that's gonna get... We'll do this first. What we can do is we can branch this out further so that the fronds themselves, you know, because you got the two big feathers, right? Well, don't we want the little end pieces of the antenna to also waver in the breeze? This would probably be better served as a lattice, now that I'm thinking about it, instead of doing it the way I'm doing it. It'll still work. It'll still work. Moth joint 9. So the reason I'm bothering... Oh. And this is... Ah. Haha. Okay. Say the reason I'm bothering with this, doing it this way, is because they're sequential. You know, they're in a series. It should rig properly. It might not, but that's okay. We'll just call this Moth joint front 1. Moth joint front 2. And then we take that and that We save again. We go to our rigging tab and we see what our bind skin is. Closest distance, linear, max influence is 3. That should work. Bind skin. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, look at that. I got like a color coding here. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, believe it or not, I haven't done this in like 2 years. Since I've worked on the Rusty. Paint skin weights. Okay, let's see what we've got here, because we're going to want to fix the base at least. Moth joint 2. Moth joint 1. I only want it to affect this. Flood, 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 flood. Where's my flood? Flood. With 0. No. Value 0. There we go. Min, max, value, 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 value. Oh, whoopsies, whoopsies, whoopsies. Replace, replace, paint, replace. Value 1, there we go. I had it wrong. That, honestly, that is probably enough. Oh, what the, what? That is bizarre. Yeah, that is a very odd way of doing that. I guess I am gonna need to repaint these. The joints should only be affecting like the bar that they're on. Oh no. Oh no, it is my own fault. It's because my geometry. I don't have enough geometry in the antenna. It can't bend. The main bar, it can't bend because I don't have enough geometry. That's why it's being funky. Let's see what that actually looks like. Yo, yeah, we gotta fix that, I think. Okay, unbind. All that work, huh? Okay, let's get out of the paint skin weights tool. Unbind. Oh no, did we deleted our history and everything? Well, this is why we made a copy. This is why we made a copy. Okay, let's see. Skin, unbind. Ooh, I hope I had unbind but forget. Nope, keep history. Shoot. Delete history. Detach. Isn't it funny how just a little thing got so messy so quick? Here we go. The easy part. Okay. Oh, no, no, not you. Not you. This is absolutely the easy part, though. I don't know why that did that. Insert with edge flow. Go away. No, we do not want... What is this edge flow? There. There. We, and just like that, we fixed it. Except for this guy right here. That guy right there needs to go away. Ta-da! That was a much easier fix than I led myself to believe. I'm going to leave that one there and that extra one right there, I think. One more just for good measure. There. Now we save. And now we can re-rig it. Funny, it is funny how you can go down a little rabbit hole. It's like, I'll just do this quick fix. I'll just do this quick fix. Closest in distance or closest in hierarchy? Geodesic voxel. I don't think I've ever done that. Normalized weights, weight distribution. Neighbors is probably the closest, honestly, but we'll go distance. Fine skin. Okay, so now let's see how off we are. Okay, that's actually much better. Because now we can go like this. Oh, that is not very descriptive. There. Perfect. This is much better. Like a spine. There, it's basically a spine. A feather spine. With a little added bonus of the front. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And the whole thing can rotate. And this one will properly rotate. You know, I'm okay with it affecting the base just a little bit. How bad is it? How bad is it? Maybe I'm not okay with that. There we go. Okay, so I am going to paint this one. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome in, welcome in. We started off with a little experiment, or no, we were gonna do a little experiment, and instead I decided to fix something, which then turned into the experiment. Yep. So we are fixing these antennae. I built them a few months ago just to see how they would look, and was not happy with it. They're just too chunky, too thick, too bulky. In fact, you can see my lovely lines here. Yeah, they're just too bumpy. They were a progression from these lovely antlers. So I wanted to do something a little more technical. So I was going to do antenna, like a Moth antenna kind of, Moth TV aerial kind of look. Yes. Oh, hi. If you haven't been here before, we are VTuber. We are in our own little 3D Unity environment, a little broadcast space. We can run and jump and do all sorts of fun stuff. See? And it's just me getting back is just a whole project, but it's a lot of like me getting back into 3D modeling, learning some game engine type stuff. And I say we can walk around, we can walk and talk, and all that fun stuff. And right now I'm just doing some rigging for the whole project. Ooh. How does see, the antennae aren't even hooked up to the right color scheme. Terrible. But yes. Hi. We definitely need to fix this. Okay. So we're back here, and yes, I'm doing some rigging. I was just gonna do a touch-up. Like I said, I was just gonna do a little touch-up, but instead this has become the experiment. So Moth joint 1. Joint 1. Go here. No, go here. Paint weights. We are using ye old Maya 2016 because that's the last version I paid for. Many eons ago. Paint value 1, and what don't I have selected? I don't have something selected. That. There we go. So we are going to flood with a 0. Add it back in just a little bit. Just a little bit. This would be much easier if I isolated it, of course. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. So we can have our happy little accidents and all that kind of stuff. A very, very Bob Rossian. There. And let's see what number 2 looks like. That's probably just right. They slightly influence the ones around them. That's okay. That is a-okay. So yes, we're actually just building accessories, having fun with some accessories. How are you doing? Rude of me to not ask. Dun, da, dun, da, dun, da, dun, da, da, da. I do think it'd be fun to put more joints in across the little. Okay, if this is a pylon, then we'll call them feathers. What are the hairs of the aerial? the cross pieces. I should look that up. In fact, I think I had what was in that tab? Somebody had elements. They're called elements, apparently. Directors. There we go. Directors. We'll leave that tab open for now. Now for the easy part. Now for the easy part. Oh my gosh, I miss Control G. Just to group something. We're used to playing in Unity where you have to create like an empty parent of an object as a group. So you have to have a game object holding other game objects to group things in the scene instead of just selecting the things and going group. Okay. Did my tools break already? No, attribute editor. There we go. Base. Moth ant. Ant group. Shouldn't rename that. Okay, we froze everything. We made it its own transform. It's its own kit now. So we should be able to... Oh, the pivot's way the heck down there. Where's pivot for you? Okay, pivot for you is in the right spot. Pivot for you... We should put that on the head. That should definitely be way up here. And I'm going to put it right where the head joint is. I would snap it, but that got me into trouble the last time I tried that. So it's okay if they wiggle a little bit. If they wiggle and waver, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, that one should snap properly. There. Okay. So we save, and that should be all we... Well, no, wait. We need material. We need material. Although I'm just going to assign the material in Maya anyways. What do we got? What do we got? Hypergraph. Hypergraph, hypergraph. Where art thou, my hypergraph? Display. Hypergraph. No, you're the hypergraph. Hyper shade. Hyper shade. There you are. Hello. Lambert 1. Let's make it... Let's duplicate. Iris replace me. Ba-dum. Oops. Eh? Oh, it's easier than that. I was trying to drag and drop. Yeah, it's literally just that. There we go. Ooh. Might need to tweak the pointy parts. Might need to tweak the pointy parts. But for now, let's do a iterative save just in case something cruds out on me. Export selection over here. I don't think I have anything. I have my computer pretty sanitized. But just in case I don't. Nope, it's all just rusty stuff. Just rusty things. Just rusty things. Moth ant. Oh, this is only... How do we mirror this? Oh, wait. Unsupported operation on... Plugin unsupported operators affects the original interface count. Delete non-deformer history. Okay. Fine. Delete non-deformer history. What do we got? Something in here it doesn't like. You know what? Before we do this, we are going to copy or duplicate. And bump. Move them over. Scooch them right over to the other side. To the other side. What are we? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Next. How are you today? How does it feel to be back in your own house again? Line that up roughly right. Oh no. That was dumb of me. You, just you. No? New idea. New idea. I'm gonna put the pivot right there. We are gonna put the pivot right at the base of there, because we're probably gonna tweak it and position it anyways. We're probably gonna just tweak it and position it anyways. There. Now we only need to export one and then mirror it anyways. Bam. Yeah, because we're gonna have to tweak the angles and all that anyways. Oh, it's painful. Ah. The dogs. If I were to guess. The dogs. Okay. Non-deformer. Delete by type. Non-deformer history. What was my result? What? Did not like the pivoting? No, I undid that. What did I wonder what it didn't like? Because it didn't like something in here. It didn't like something in here for something. Oh my goodness. You do have terrible bad luck with that. Terrible bad luck for that. Oh, did our music stop? Did our music? Oh, cinematic synth. Some of those cinematic ones are quiet. How is the audio volume? When I was still uploading VODs before I started slacking off on that, I was balancing the audio, which is super easy to do in an editor. You just, because I have the tracks separated out, so you just slide the track around. Which reminds me, here, we're going to, before the big reveal or whatever you want to call it, I have to, my phone is charged up enough that we can load our trackers. Okay, you are fine. Put you over here. We can load up our trackers. Oh, close some of these other windows that decided to pop up while we were doing things. Okay. Do a full reset because we're probably all funky. I'm not looking at the screen right now. Bum bum. Hey! Now we can shimmy. We can lean forward because I have the chest in my shirt pocket instead of sideways on my shoulder rig. But yes, all of this work for a fun little experiment. That's gonna look a little funny. Again, we'll fix it in post. Okay, export. I could send it right to Unity. I have never tried that. I have never tried that. I do not know if it would even work. Why are you giving me warnings? Unable to find the bind pose? I mean, are we not? Yeah, we're all here. What do you mean can't find the bind pose? Is there a set bind pose? Go to bind pose. There. Maybe because I moved it? Maybe because, who knows? Who knows? I am using ancient technology here. I am using ancient technology. Trying to see if there's any weird stuff being sent along with the all the includes and references. Yes. Oh, you're fine. It's the dag node current transform. I can't even. Let's try this out. Okay. Show. Minimize. Maximize. We're gonna go off here for a little bit. Ugh, I should stretch. Stuff. Where do I have this? Do I have this in mine? I have it in mine. Okay. Scenes. Do I have it in scenes or in data? Moth. There's mug. We have many versions of the mug. Why don't we have any of them? Why don't we have any of them in the right spot? Moth antenna. Okay. Rusty. That just sounds really quiet. Is it really quiet? Oh. There we go. Testing. No, it sounds fine when I test it. However, when I play back the VOD, it'll probably be super quiet and you can hear every little sound. Okay. You know, in this case, I should really have my VTuber here. Where's my VTuber? Spout. You go hide back up here. There we go. Hello. Let's give ourselves some fun little antennaes. Also, I have to figure out where this capsule collider is hiding. Ran into that problem last dev stream. It's like, where are you? Where are you even hiding? Let's see. Head point. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this is great. Proper naming of things pays off. It's about time I properly name something and have it pay off. So we're going to make a little, we're going to create an empty. It's going to be moth. Oops. Okay. Moth ant. Call moth ants, plural. Put that right there. Find them. Oh, they're way the heck up there. That's okay. That's okay. 0. Getting warmer. At least they're relatively in the correct spot. Are we standing on our tippy toes? Is that why it's not in the right spot? We had that for a while with the rigging. where my model was standing on his tippy toes because something with how I had my body tracking set up, I wasn't properly quote unquote grounded. So I floated like 6 inches above the ground. It was really odd. That was actually pretty odd. Okay, I want it peeking through the head just a little bit. Wireframe mode. Just for fun, we are going to angle this a little bit. And you know, this should work, he says boldly. This should work. I think for now we'll keep it a little bit higher. But it should work if I just set up a few of these things. Like rotate that one that way, and this one this way. Haha, it did work. It did work. Beautiful, beautiful. That looks 100% better already. So now for the fun part. Is there an expand all? Why is there not expand all? See, these are some of the things I really miss out of the software I was just in, when you can just expand the whole hierarchy instead of clickety clicking. We are going to, right on the base, we are going to set up a VRM spring bone. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Bones. The root bone is going to be, is it 3? Yes, 3. Ah, no. Spring bone. Moth joint 3. There we go. No? Try this again. There we go. And we want each one. It's weird calling it rib bones. Will it work with just one? I forget what I did on the Rusty. I think I just did one, and then everything after it, you know, to the end of the hierarchy was set properly. So we're gonna give this a shot. And let's see how crazy it gets. Okay, let's see how crazy it gets. Lock the camera. Cycle through the headgear. Oh my goodness. Love it. It's a little too springy. It's a little too springy. But that's fun. Okay, I need to do the front on its own. That is fun. It's so easy. So in one of the tutorials that I watched to get a better idea of how the VRM spring bones work, they put all of the joints under rib bones, but it's the rib bone. It's not every joint. It's just rib bone. Now that is way too springy though. Ooh. Okay, that's very stiff. Stiffness force, that makes, ooh. Neat. So one of the fun things that you can do, because this is leading towards Rusty 2.0 and clothes, like more like cloth physics kind of thing, which you would think would go against the low polygon aesthetic, right? Having the polygons wavering around. It might be a little distracting, or it might be for my, you know, slightly more high def model. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. No, I love it. I just love it. But for clothes, I would probably use something like Magica Cloth, because they have presets, and like presets for like different material, like cotton or hair or whatnot. Whereas this, I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. But I think they're like collider and simulations are much nicer. But yeah, that is perfect. That is just what I was looking for. I'm going to add another one for the rotation of the whole thing. Two more. I'm gonna add two more and change the material. Okay, so ant group, you let's get iris. Ooh, which iris are we? I think we're this iris. Bam. Yes, I do believe we are that iris. Okay. And as soon as I have this set up, I'm going to duplicate it and mirror it. Technically mirror it, but not really mirror it. Okay, so let's get ourselves another brick bone. Two of them. Not all the same ones. We're going with joint 2. Put that down here. And joint front right there. I don't know, do we need them in, oh, I wonder if we need them in separate orders. We'll try that. Okay, so, oh, that is interesting. These are all going to have the same stiffness. That is not what I want. Let's see how crazy it is though. I guess I need like at least 2 different scripts maybe. You know, I don't see the first one moving at all. Oh, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Is this what all the 3D modelers do when they're making VTuber models? They're just playing with the jiggle physics. Okay, it does move a little bit. It does move a little bit. But this should probably be... Yeah, I want to set up different strengths for the different... Oh, the center. Oh, look at that. The center is going to be joint 1. Oops, nope. Well, maybe. Ooh, undo whatever the heck that was. Okay. I love it. It is a lot of fun though. Okay. So we got 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Stiffness force, let's... Maybe put it down there. Gravity direction, drag force, gravity power. Gravity power. No, I don't really want gravity power. I want this to spring right back into position. Now, the fun part of what we just did is we get this, we take this, and now we have, let's see, right. And we scooch it right there. And then we can fix it just a little bit. For instance, put this to positive 12. No, positive 12? Not that one. This one? Not that one. This one. Oh, that can't be right. There we go. Not that one. No. Where are we hiding? Well, this is certainly trickier than I thought it would be. Oh, the whole thing. The whole thing. No. Wow. We are making ourselves look silly, aren't we? There. We'll just do that for now. Do that. Do a little bit of that. Collapse that. What are you at? 1265. What are you at? Just 108. 108 what? You would think negative 108 would do it. Oh, simple math. 108, 8 off the 18. So if we were 18 less than 90, no, math, not even once. There we go. Math, not even once. And we just need to tilt the other way. That's what it is. That is what it is. Okay, what are we here? Negative 12, positive 12. Take that, math. Now we can be at 18 less than 90. Class, what is that? My brain's fried. 72. That should kind of work. Yes. And we just need to tilt the other way. Which would probably be close enough. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, class, for your math skills. Super helpful. Save. We have the proper stuff now. We are going to... We'll leave the previous moth in there for now. Ugh. Rabbit holes. Rabbit holes. Okay. Center screen here. Center screen. Let's see how our new jiggle physics work. Because I also want to add jiggle physics. Whew, gotta say that right. To this antenna. To my reception. Just so that it bounces a little bit when jostles even. Okay. Oh no. That part didn't copy over. I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. Okay. We're gonna stop, collaborate, and listen. Because ice is... Whoa, what did it do that for? Ice is back with my brand new invention. I wonder if we can put these all on the same one. Or if it'll get fussy. Because they do have a similar naming scheme. So we'll see if I need two separate Springbone scripts. We're about to find out, aren't we? There we go. We're back. We are so back. Okay. I love it. Best day ever. I can finally have jiggle physics. And they do rotate a little bit. Okay, because I have 3 separate root bones. So I have the attachment point, I call it the pylon. You know, the post that holds up the aerial. And then I have it past that. Can I? It's awkward to look at a goofy angle. Okay, so let's see if we can. Oh, this is weird when you're not looking straight on. It does flex a little bit much, but so we got the post. We have one in the front that's just that little bit. We'll call it the handle. Ahead of the handle and then behind the handle. I love it. I need more jiggle physics. I need some earrings or something. I mean, I have my my headset. Suppose we could add we could go completely overboard and just start adding little secondary motion is what the technical term is. Secondary motion all over the model, which is kind of amusing because we are a boxy robot head. So another fun use for spring bones will be in here. Oh no, reset the camera. There we go. Let's turn some lights on though. I love using the light switches. So in here, that is gonna be so distracting. The jiggliest part of the body here. This is also what I was gonna work on tonight, was actually hanging more cabling, but I think we accomplished plenty. But we can put colliders on some of these cabling. So when something moves, it jiggles into place. Because the cabling solution, wow, look at that, I'm on top of the camera. The cabling solution we're currently using right here, you can see it's swaying. It's kind of dark. Just look at my bright shiny cursor over here. Wait, we have an app for that. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. See? Notice how this cable's kind of swaying in the breeze? Yeah, that's not a physical object. I mean, it casts a shadow and everything. I think it casts a shadow and everything. But I think this would be a good use for at least for like, for hero objects, quote unquote. So like cabling that's like strewn about, so that when I collide with it, physics does move probably an invisible part of it, and then it whatever's connected moves around. In this case, some spring bones, and that'll be easy enough to set up in Maya, because all these cables up here are set up in Maya. Oh, I had to see what it would look like. We are 100% more adorable now. 100%. This should. We grabbed the wrong iris. We grabbed the wrong material. We must fix this. We did, in fact, grab the wrong material. How do we get our body back? There we go. We get the body back. Yep. Yep. We did in fact grab the wrong material. We should have beautiful orange antennas right now, but instead we are stuck with our lovely blue, at least. That's an easy fix though. I just have to find sort through my clutter and find the right material. This is gonna be super distracting when I use this, isn't it? I like my new little moth antenna. And I really like how the spring boats eventually snap back into place. Love it. Great success. Okay. And on that note, I think this is a fantastic spot to end the stream. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Let's go find ourselves a target. Wow, that went by really quick. Was that really like almost 2 hours? Oh, no problem, no problem. Always appreciate the lurks. Always appreciate the lurks. We don't always get done as much as we want to on the stream. Not you, me. But you know what? I think for what started off as a plan that got very much derailed, I am extremely happy with the side effects, the results even. Yes, definitely okay with the side effects, the results of what we have done tonight. You know what? I think I found ourselves a raid target. They are working on their own 3D model. Let's go raid Amber, Ambrosia Repletaria. It's a little bit of a tongue twister there. We got raid, or let's do a do chaos. Nah, let's do this one. Rusty Moth raid. There we go. Rusty Moth raid. A Rusty Moth. Everyone, I must now, after stream, look up to see if there is something called a Rusty Moth. I'm writing that down. We must see if there is something called a Rusty Moth. But let's go say hi to Amber. They stop by here frequently. Nice friend of the channel. Raided us a few times in the past too. But let's go. Rusty Moth raid. Yes. Let's go say hi to them and check out their VTuber model they're working on too. Catch you all tomorrow for most likely a game to be decided. I'm not quite sure yet. We got to see. As a game that I'm actually testing out before I jump into it on stream, because that works better, I think. Catch you later.